I'm Tyler Schonewolf, and this is Peter Szymanski. For this project, we wanted to talk about the stages of human walking and kind of chronicle how Peter has had some adversity that has flipped the typical progression of human walking. Something that has been at the forefront of my contemplation during this semester's coursework has been the fabled riddle of the Sphinx. In the Greek play Oedipus Rex by Sophocles, the Sphinx's guarding Thebes devours everyone who does not solve the riddle. One day Oedipus comes by, and so the Sphinx recites the riddle. What is that which in the morning goeth upon 4 feet, upon 2 feet in the afternoon, and in the evening upon 3? Oedipus, of course, answers, man, because a baby crawls on all fours when they're born, and then learns to walk on 2 feet throughout the middle of their life, and then towards the end of their lives, as they grow elderly, they will walk on a cane, which in the riddle is considered 3 feet. Now, in our situation, Peter has had to transition from 2 to 4, and now back to 2 again. So, Peter, what's wrong with your knee?
The diagnosis was a torn ACL and a bucket handle meniscus.
What is a bucket handle meniscus?
It is a tear where the meniscus has the ability, it comes loose from its original resting spot. And what happened to mine, it flipped in the joint and I couldn't straighten my leg out.
Okay.
And so that's when I started to realize I had a big knee injury.
Yeah. So when did this happen?
I originally hurt the ACL in August, but I was able to rehab it back. I also myself avoided getting an MRI because I didn't think it was that serious. And the meniscus happened week 5 of football.
When was that, in September
That was
or October?
the beginning of October. It was Penn week.
First week of October, okay.
And when that happened, I had no ability to walk for the first couple of days after that. I couldn't put weight on the leg. I started crutching, and I thought to myself, I can't be going through this again, because when I tore my ACL, I didn't know it was an ACL then. I couldn't walk for about a week, but it eventually got better and better. Like, it went from a limp to normal, and the meniscus, that happened. I was like, I can't be going through this again. I was getting really emotional.
Interesting. So, when did you decide to get an MRI, and how quickly after the MRI did your surgery take place?
So Saturday I went to see Dr. Levine. He's our sports doctor physician, and he tested my knee. He tried pressing on it, and he couldn't physically straighten it. Sorry. And so he immediately was like, MRI, got it. The next following day, after my MRI, it turned out that I found out that all these problems, the ACL, the meniscus, and I had scheduled surgery for that Wednesday.
Okay.
So there wasn't enough time to process what was going on for me.
Wow. So you're in the middle of your recovery process, obviously for a repaired meniscus and ACL. Up to this point, what has been the hardest part of your recovery process?
Well, it starts with just getting out of bed. You get up. Normally on a normal day, you get up, go take a shower, prepare it any way you want, and you don't think about like I have to get up. Like, I've opened my eyes and wondered like, wow, this next few steps I'm gonna have to take are gonna be very painful.
Yeah.
And so, for the first 2 weeks, I wasn't going to class. I was only going to get my physical therapy and treatment. And I couldn't walk or move or crutch to our facilities. And so the only way I could get there was by ordering an Uber and laying back in the back seat.
Wow.
And when you come outside and you see these people walking, you're like, wow, like, none of these people understand. Like, you can walk now, you can't walk in a day.
Yeah, life can really change at the blink of an eye.
No, yeah, definitely. Like I said before, never had an injury before.
Yeah.
Always only had a sprained ankle that really inhibited my ability to walk,
Yeah.
function, and now it's like can't do anything.
Yeah.
You don't know when you can walk.
Let me ask you, where was your mental state during this time? Were you mad at the world, or where were you mentally during this point?
The first week wasn't too bad. It was as I kept going every day, waking up and like, oh, can't walk still. I wasn't seeing too much improvement. The pain was going down, but the pain led me away from my thoughts. And when the pain was started going down, I was just thinking, and I was like, I feel better, but I can't walk yet.
Yeah.
And that's what started to really hurt the most, cause
just feeling helpless, like you can't.
Yeah,
You
I
can't,
realized.
get up and go to the kitchen and get a snack on your own.
Right, and that
Yeah.
I survived on Uber Eats and Postmates,
Wow.
Seamless, Grubhub. My friends, you, helped out a lot. I couldn't go upstairs, couldn't do my laundry. I was thankful for the people that were helping me, but I was also mad at myself that I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, like I haven't cried in probably 5 years or so,
Wow.
and I like eventually started crying. My mom flew out, and I was just like, when I first saw her, I like just gave her a hug and started crying. I'm like, why did this happen to me? Like,
Yeah.
you never think that like, oh, like you're this strong individual that tries to avoid every single like difficulty, obstacle in his life by just jumping over it, and you can't hop over just a small task right now.
Yeah.
It was definitely hard to comprehend, and I didn't get better until the first day I walked, and that was 3 weeks after the surgery.
Wow.
I don't know if you remember, it was in practice when
Wow.
I went down to see you guys, and our trainer
Yeah.
said, "Here, put the crutches down and try to walk." And that was the first steps I took unassisted. And I told him, I'm like, "Hey,
In 3 weeks.
yeah, 3 weeks."
Wow.
I told him, "Hey, I'm not gonna stop walking. Just let me walk. This is too fun right now. I'm having so much fun."
Wow.
And it was like a limp walk. It wasn't. You remember what I saw or what you saw?
It's crazy how we all take such simple things like walking for granted, just in our daily lives.
Yeah, it definitely makes you appreciate the elders, because you see them struggling, and I've never thought much about it. Like, you try to avoid them when you see them walking. Now it's like, wow, like they can't do much. They can't do much better, and they're still like trying to do their best, and it's only gonna get worse and worse and worse for them. So you should enjoy your time, like while you're still functioning as you are, because you never know what's gonna happen, and eventually when you get older, you're gonna lose the abilities that you have.
Yeah. So you mentioned that this injury has made you feel a greater appreciation for watching the elderly, when they're walking down the sidewalk, or maybe they have a cane, or maybe they're walking a little bit slower than the rest of us. And I think that relates back to the riddle of the Sphinx that we mentioned earlier, and just the 3 different stages of walking that humans go through.
Definitely.
So, what are the doctors telling you as far as your next steps in your recovery, and when you'll be, walking back at 100%, and when you'll be cleared to do more than walking?
Okay, so 100%, 9 to 12 months, hopefully closer to 9
12 months.
than 12. We're getting to a point where you can't tell by visually looking at me or me limping a little bit. The doctor and trainer believe that's going to be right after winter break, when we get back from Martin Luther King Day.
Also in January.
So hopefully for spring semester, I will be okay. I won't be able to play sports until that 9-month mark.
Okay. Well, Peter, thank you for sharing your story with us. Good luck getting back to full strength. I'll see you in class on Thursday.
Thank you so much. See you Thursday.